Hello DragonCrafters, this is Warcraft from Dragon Productions and welcome to another video. This time we're looking at the movie Logan and find out who is the little girl shown there. Before I begin this video, I want to say that we'll be talking about the origins and backstory of the girl as shown as in the comics, so a few things might be amiss when you compare them to the movie. Let us begin, shall we? In Logan, Hugh Jackman will once more shoot up to become the Wolverine for the very last time. Since it is the last movie, confirmed multiple times with the actor making quite a few statements regarding the matter, it made sense that they needed something or someone that will take over Jackman's place and lead on. While we probably won't get a male Wolverine for quite some time and will always compare him to Hugh Jackman, we can enjoy screen time of Laura Kinney, the female Wolverine, else known as X-23. We can't really tell the story of Laura without first explaining the origins of Wolverine himself. Wolverine was born in the late 1880s as James Howlett. At first, he's introduced as a weak child, spending a lot of time in bed rather than anything else. One night, a man came into the night and killed the boy's father. It was then that his clothes emerged, and with them, he killed the attacker. Two things to note from this. One is that he had bone clothes at the time, and that in reality, the attacker was his real father, but that's a story for another time. However, we need to say that James Howlett took his deceased father's name as his own, thus becoming known as James Logan, or more commonly, just Logan. Years passed, and Logan had served into both World Wars, and was recruited by the CIA to serve into Team X, a Black Ops unit. At some point in the future, he left Team X since they had given him false memory implants. Logan was captured by the Weapon X program, a code name for the 10th installment of the Weapon Plus program. Weapon X, or Weapon 10 in particular, was the first such program to directly experiment on a mutant. Fun fact here, Captain America was the result of Weapon 1. The scientists there infused Logan's bones with adamantium, thus making him near indestructible. This succeeded only because of Logan's healing factor, otherwise he would die from the agonizing pain and cellular destruction of his body. While Logan wasn't the only result experiment of Weapon X, he was certainly the most successful one. Weapon X was closed down for many years, but it wasn't the end of it. While Weapon Plus continued with further experiments such as Weapon 11 or 12 and so on, it would become back as the Facility, a civilian program that had roots with Weapon X. There they tried to clone Wolverine, but the genetic sample of him was damaged, so they could only go as far. For the 23rd sample, however, it was suggested to produce a female genetic version rather than the male they were trying to create. The scientist that proposed that was Dr. Sarah Kinney. At first, it was refused at the request of her fellow member of the team, Dr. Xander Rice. At some point, however, she got the green light, and Rice, in order to exact revenge, forced her to become the surrogate mother for the embryo. 9 months later, Sarah gave birth to X-23. From the moment she was born, X-23 was experimented upon. When she was just 7 years old, Rice exposed her to radiation in order to awake her mutant gene. Furthermore, Rice extracted her clothes, coated them with adamantium, and forcefully inserted them back into her hands, 2 in each, and feet, 1 in each, without giving the child any kind of anesthetic. To top things up, Rice created a trigger scent that once exposed to it, X-23 goes into a rage, murdering anyone and everyone around her. Then X-23 was trained to become an assassin for hire. Rice wasn't done, however. Seeing the results of X-23, he proceeded to create further experiment subjects labeled X-24 to X-50, all safely worked on incubation pods. Dr. Sarah discovered this, so she assigns X-23 a final mission from her. Destroy the subjects and kill Rice. X-23 succeeds in her mission. Before Rice died, however, he exposed Sarah to the trigger scent, forcing X-23 into one of her rages and killed the woman who gave birth to her. X-23 snaps out of the rage fairly quickly and starts crying, asking Sarah to stay alive for her. Before Sarah was to pass, she gave X-23 a name, the name that was never given to her when she got born, Laura Kinney. She also tells her of Charles Xavier and tells Laura to find him. Now then, I don't want to go over what happens next as we don't know whether the comic book storyline will be followed. Maybe it will grow out to be something completely different. But now we know who the little girl is, Laura Kinney, Wolverine's daughter, made by his own genes. And this is why Wolverine feels protective of her. Both of them have undergone the same treatment and both are violent, many times considered even as feral beasts. However, maybe in one another they find peace. Maybe they can be the selves that way, like a normal father and daughter. Thanks for watching, folks. I really enjoyed making this video actually. If you would like to make a request or ask any questions, post them in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel for more content. Have a good one.